The 2026 Vidalia Onion Festival Air Show is proud to present Mr. Scott Francis in the American-made superplane, this, the MXS. Oh, he's cooking. Let's watch him go. Some 300 miles an hour as he pulls some 12 G's into the vertical and rolls the airplane around to the left. Some 420 degree per second roll rate of this most magnificent airplane as he caps it off on the top and prepares to fall this airplane out of the sky. Watch him as he points it right back down towards the ground. There's those high roll rate aileron rolls on the down line as he approaches it over 250. Airplane capable of rolling more than a roll and a half each and every second as he now flies upside down, hanging on by his seatbelts and shoulder harnesses, looking at us from the inverted position in this big, giant barnstormer's loop. He'll bring it around from the right as he trades that airspeed for altitude for airspeed, three-dimensionally as he makes his way aerobatic airspace. Judged by your round of applause, Georgia, how do you like Scott Francis so far? Scott has logged more than 8,000 total hours of flying time in more than 40 different kinds of aircraft. He's a captain for a major U.S. airline. There's a 4-point hesitation roll. Here's the 45-degree pull. This is what's called the outside tumble. Take a look. We talk a lot about those positive G's trying to push you into the cockpit. The negative version of that are what are known as negative G's. All the forces of gravity trying to throw you out of the airplane. Watch as Scott Francis now pushes forward on the control stick as he goes up and over the top. In the negative G regime, he will often see pink, he will see red at times as all the blood is forced up into his head and into his brain. It is so remarkably punishing, and as the airspeed increases, oh, that's gonna hurt. That's the full outside or negative G loop. Let's give it up for Scott Francis. That ain't a fun ride whatsoever. He's gonna continue to work every inch of the aerobatic airspace out there as he works to translate all of that altitude into the energy he needs to perform these incredible aerobatic maneuvers. Look at the snap rolls. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Going for 6, 7, and 8. He'll stop it. Ladies and gentlemen, we are seeing it big time. Let's make some noise, everybody, and hear it all the way up and down the line for Scott Francis. Down now to nearly zero airspeed, turning on a dime for the hammerhead turnaround right there. And giving you 8.5 cents change as it goes through the upright flat spin. A maneuver once thought to be unrecoverable in the early days of aviation, but performed with finesse and a flawless recovery. That's the mark of the one and only Scott Francis from Montclair, Virginia, and the MXS. The next sequence of maneuvers for Scott, something he likes to call the rapid fire. This is going to be a 12G initial turn followed by some 7 negative G's on an outside push. Watch from the left, watch for the roll and the pull. And there's where it really hurts. Over the top. for a fairly mundane aerobatic maneuver, the Humpty Bump, but he's going to turn it up big time as he points it back towards the ground with a snap roll and a half back out to the line to our right. Scott Francis invites you to check him out online at scottfrancisairshows.com to learn more about this incredible MXS aircraft, an airplane of which only around 50 or so have been produced. It's made of lightweight carbon fiber and some other lightweight materials that gives the airplane a nearly 1-to-1 thrust to weight ratio. Weighing in only about 1,100 pounds, there's the slide rudder right there as it flies slideways on the 45-degree upline. The wings no longer creating any lift whatsoever, just the fuselage and the tail dragging them along. How about we put our hands together and make some noise once more for Scott Francis and the slide winder maneuver. He'll cap it off on the top. There's the hammerhead turnaround. A full aileron roll, 360 degrees on the down line. That's a whole lot of hashtag nope for me. 350 horsepower on the MXS, and for you car people out there in the crowd, it doesn't really sound like a whole lot, but you got to think when it weighs less than perhaps an economy car, it gives Scott the ability to just about put this airplane wherever he wants it and hold it there, and depending on the conditions, he can almost put it just about into park, so to speak. We're going to watch from the right as the MXS, even at relatively slow speed flight, is very controllable. Watch him as he slows it down. He's going by at only about a quarter of the speed of smell right there at about 25 miles an hour. And of course, hanging it on the prop, if he's got a little more breeze up there, he can actually fly that airplane backwards. This guy is absolutely nuts. To the left once more. Up and over, upside down. Look how fast this airplane can roll. Here's a snap roll right about now. Roll and a half. 420 degrees per second. Now Scott is going to work his way off to the right. This airplane likes to live fast because the engine's working big time during this performance, and he wants all of that cool air coming through those air intakes on the nose to keep that engine in tip-top condition. Scott is now going to approach from the right. Snap, there's 1.5 back to upright flight, and he's going to set up for what's known as a torque roll. This maneuver was invented by that of a pretty famous aviator. There's that outside tumble again, named Charlie Hillard. Charlie Hillard going on to be an aerobatic champion. He was a name within the air show world, to this day adorns that of museums and various awards throughout history. But it was in 1972 that the great late Charlie Hillard performed what was known as a torque roll. We might get a chance to see it here in a bit. Right down on the deck, over top of the Blue Angels. There's the knife edge pass. Right over top of the Blues. I hope you got a great picture of that. We're going to continue to watch Scott Francis from the right, setting up for his next figure. When they climb up for altitude, that's an indication that they're probably going to do a vertical climb, a vertical punch. They need all that airspeed. From the right, there's about 260 miles an hour. Here's that torque roll I was telling you about. Watch him as he rolls the airplane to the left. Instead of pulling the power back, he's going to push the power forward, which means the torque of the engine turning one way forces the airplane to turn the other. He's turning into a helicopter. Take a look at that. He'll back it up. There's 30, 40, 50 miles an hour in reverse, and there's the recovery. Let's give it up, everybody, for Scott Francis and the torque roll. We are now going to take this opportunity to see if we can go up live to the cockpit with Scott Francis and see how he's doing here today in the skies over Vidalia. Hey, Scott, it's Luke. How do you copy? We'll try this frequency here. Hey, oh, let's take that out. Hey, Scott, it's Luke here on the frequency. How do you copy, my friend?
Hey, Luke, loud and clear. Hey, I am having a great time up here. I hope everybody's having a great time down there. What a wonderful day for an air show in such a beautiful part of the country. I want to extend a special thanks to the volunteers down there who are working so hard to make such a great time for people and their families. And I also want to make a special shout out to a very special air boss who's working his last air show this year. George Klein, after a very illustrious career, he's one of the most amazing people you will ever meet. George, thanks for a wonderful career. You've done so many things for so many people, and we so appreciate it. Your friends and family just prove what an outstanding person you are. Hey, Luke, I'm going to be making 2 more passes there. Then I'll be back on the ground, love to meet some people and sign some signature cards. I will see you on the ground, my friend.
Copy that, Scott. Great flying this weekend. Live from the cockpit, Scott Francis and the MXS tearing up big time for us here today. He'll be setting up, I think, for one more pass down the line, giving you a look at the MXS, and he'll set up to recover, ending his performance for us here at the Vidalia Onion Festival Air Show 2026. Scott Francis Air Shows want to thank that of MX Aircraft, Bully Aero, Sky Dynamics, and Tempest Aviation Products. They want to thank Wheelan Aerospace Technologies, Quiet Technologies, EarthX Batteries, Dream Scheme Designs, and Lycon Aircraft Engines. A 2018 Jeep Trackhawk and a 2020 Shelby GT500. And if you're 18 years and older, valid driver's license, you can do 160 mph down the runway, go woohoo, and not get a ticket. It's a pretty cool thing. And if you're younger than that, you can take a ride as well. You can check all of that out and book your slot to be in the show today by going down to the Precision Exotics trailer down the show left, right in front of the Blue Angels. And if you're looking to take flight at the show, you can do so with the Sky Soldiers. They'll be back doing their helicopter rides after their demonstration.